Bears lost to the Lions. Packers win. I mean, the Vikings win. I mean, the entire NFC North celebrating while the Bears just sitting there. But hey, man, at least Justin Fields is showing up. At least just always looking towards the future. But Chicago fans always looking towards the future. It's just hilarious, man. We're never in the present. We're never in the present enjoying the moment. We're always thinking of we're gonna enjoy this in about 25 years. And then the 25 years comes, and then it's not what we expected. We're like, oh, maybe in 25 more, So, maybe next year, though, for the Bears. Maybe next year, Justin Fields playing good. Maybe next year, if I had a nickel every time I said that. But, it was a rough day, rough weekend in the NFL. So let's change gears and change sports, and let's go to the NBA and NHL. And let's start off in the NHL. And let's go with Ivan Provorov, over 2.5 shots on goal at -105 on DraftKings. Ivan's hit this in 3 of his last 5 games. They just played the Blue Jackets a few days ago. He had 4 shots on goal in that one. Columbus is worst in the league right now in shots against through 60. They're giving up 43.6 shots per game in the last 5. 32.1% of those shots coming from D-men, which I like that. And 11 of 30 D-men have hit this total against Columbus in the last 5 games. 7 of 10 came on the first D unit. That's where Provorov will be. I like this. I love the juice. It's almost at plus odds. I just like this. The last 5 games, Columbus they've just gotten destroyed. Patrick Laine is going to be out. It's just, I don't know. Columbus is there. Provorov's hit this in 3 of the last 5. Just got 4 against this team, and the way they're giving up these shots to D-men and just shots in general, I like this. Give me Ivan Provorov over 2.5 shots on goal at -105 on DK. Let's move on to Connor Garland now, an anytime point at plus 115 on DraftKings. Dude, I love this one, man. 14 in the last 5 games. 14 of 15 guys on the top unit have scored a point versus Buffalo. Yes, they've scored a point versus Buffalo. 14 out of 15 guys, man, have done this. 35 points combined. I know Connor Garland's had kind of a rough season. He's gone 3 games without a point, only 8 total points this year. I love this, though, because of the juice, but I only love this, of course, if he's on the top line. If he's playing on the second line, I'm not taking this. You need to check throughout the day where Connor Garland is going to be playing. Is he going to be on the top line with Brock Besser, JT Miller? Is he going to be on the second line? You got to see. If he's on the top unit, I'm smashing this. If he's on the second unit, I'm running far away from this one. But I like the juice. Plus 115, and if he's on the top unit, most likely this is going to get juiced up a little bit. I really like this one. I really, really do. In 5 out of the last 10 games, he's been on the top unit, so we don't know. It's a 50-50 split if he's going to be on the top unit or not for the Vancouver Canucks. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I like that also in 2 of his last 3, he's had 3 or more shots on goal. I really do like that. So he is getting a few shots on goal as of late, and the Sabres give up 4.85 goals allowed through 60, so in the last 5 games. So, I think there's a good chance he hits this. If he's on the top unit, plus odds, I'm going to ride with this one. If he's with Brock Besser, JT Miller. So give me Connor Garland at an anytime point at plus 115 on DK. Let's move over to the NBA and go Jalen Brunson over 18.5 points at -115 on DraftKings. The Jazz, they give up the second most 2-point field goals per game at 32.7. They're 11th worst in the league with 54.3% that they're giving up to the 2, but they give up the least amount of 3-point field goals per game. They're only giving up 9.9 3-pointers per game, 32.5%, which is 3rd best. Jalen Brunson averaging 14 field goal attempts per game in the last 5. Utah allowing 16.8 points per game to guys shooting 14 to 16 shots this season. He's hit this in 5 of the last 7. I want to see Jalen Brunson. I want to see him get to the free throw line a little bit more too. I think, and majority of his shots are coming from inside the arc. That's what I want to see. Take advantage of this weak interior D. That's where Jalen Brunson does most of his damage. Because I look at RJ Barrett and I look at Julius Randle. They both just jack up crazy threes, man. Because I was looking at both of them, but I was like, I'm not taking a guy that's going to I just like Jalen Brunson's shot selection. He's going to get the best shot available. He's just that type of player. I just don't trust RJ Barrett and Julius Randle to not just jack up half-court shots in this game. I really like this one. 73.1% of his shots are coming from within. I just love that, man. Stay away from the three-point line, Jalen. Keep on attacking Lauri Markkanen inside. I really, really like this one. So give me Jalen Brunson over 18.5 points at -115 on DraftKings. He's also hit this in 5 of his last 7. He's also hit it in 5 of the last 7, which is really, really interesting. So give me Jalen Brunson there. And let's move over to our last one. I love this one, Kevin Huerter over 13.5 points at +102 on FanDuel. He's hit this in 6 of his last 8 games, playing a defense that gives up the 6th most three-pointers per game at 13.1. 66.6% of Huerter's shots come from beyond the arc. He's got to have a good shooting day, of course, for this to hit. But I really, really love this. Hitting this in 6 of his last 8. The way the Nets give up 3 balls, man, I really, really like this. And they have a good 2-point percentage D. So he was on Atlanta last year, bro. Sacramento is going to be shooting a lot from beyond the arc. Games on TNT. The Kings are on primetime, bro. You put the Kings on TNT, they're going to show up if you put them on primetime. They're not used to that, man. They're not used to people actually watching them. So, you get Kevin Huerter on that. I really, really like this one. I also like that the Nets are giving up a decent amount of free throws to teams as well. So on average, he got to the free throw line 4 times, on an average of 4 times in the last 3 games. So I really, really like that. And the Nets give up the 8th most free throw attempts per game at 24.3. So if he can get to the free throw line like 4 times, hit all 4, then hit a few threes, dude, we hit this one, man. Honestly, just make 4 threes and then get to the free throw line once. That's all we need. He's 5-1 also at home when it comes to this point total. It's at plus money. He's averaging 17.6 points per game at home this year on prime time against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. Give me Kevin Huerter here over 13.5 points at +102 on FanDuel. So that's it. Those are my bets for this November 15th. This has been Booksmart, and I'll talk to you guys later.